What was that about, man? Why does it keep dropping? I didn't work on much, guys. You didn't miss much. Alright. The vest is kind of trying to figure out how the vest would look on a dude with like a big stomach. I'm thinking it's stretching across this way, right? So most of the lines would be coming around like this. Maybe not that one. Seems like a peak, not really a fold spot. Yeah, I know. Dude, I don't know. It dropped. Sometimes when I jump on my browser, like it drops. So maybe I'll use my iPad from now on. I don't know why it drops it for a sec, man. My apologies. All right. Jaw's a little too sharp. I don't like delineating all the fingers for some reason in this shot, so I'm gonna just do silhouette. Got a little muddy down there. Usually does sometimes when my wrinkles start like not adding up. That works. Let's do Jimmy. Cool. Alright, so Jimmy, I'm aiming to match that, and I'm tweaking everything as I go. I'm like looking at Jimmy almost in a, you know, a fourth dimensional being's point of view, where I'm tweaking all of his faces in all time, you know, at the same time. So if he doesn't look similar somewhere here, I'll add a tweak, add a little characteristic over here, you know, as I go. So that way they all match up. So this one's pretty, he's got a kind of a soft face here, kind of matches this one. All I have to do is kind of just match a little bit of the nose and whatnot from up here. The head shape's pretty close. I have a strong feeling that I'm gonna have to go back to the other page after this page is done and tweak little things on him. I've already done it once or twice because I forgot he has freckles, so I put freckles here, and now every time I throw it down, I throw freckles down on Jimmy Olsen. Chin's a little long, I think. I'm always cautious about the chins because that's what Qbert was saying to me, that I should watch how much chin I'm giving. I'm usually not putting enough, is what she thinks. And final pencils are not too tough if you break down really well, and I broke down really well. So it's all about, like, for me anyway. I can't. At least on the second page, I was doing more of the Jim Lee technique of I'm a super master and I don't need to break down the figures. Like literally, Jim Lee's breakdowns are like this. Excuse me. This is a very accurate representation. This dude will be like, yeah, that's the arm, and that's pretty accurate. And then head shape, good shadows, and then you know, and he'll be really intuitive about it. And that's his breakdown. This is his breakdown of a dude punching a dude. And then he'll lightly erase whatever, or maybe fully erase. He'll do this, and then go in there and delineate. And then from here, get a perfect drawing. Like without even... I mean, that comes with time and practice, but that's crazy. Definitely not at that stage. However... I feel him. I feel what he's doing. Sometimes you have this piece of paper chest. There's another little technique I use. It'll help you. If you got a pencil and you always want to keep it as sharp as possible. It goes a long way when you're penciling comics. So instead of going the sharpener, if you just want to fine tune the point a little bit, put a little scratch piece of paper there for you. Especially when you're doing faces like I am. You need to get some fine lines. Yeah, I think this is by far the best camera setup. It's like right overhead. I'm not in the way of anything. Like I put the camera up here, whereas before it was like where my hand is now, and it was like always in my head. I'd hit it all the time. Alright, so this is this down 3/4 shot. Trying to find the middle line here. You know what I'm tired of, guys? I'm tired of getting notifications that aren't real notifications. Know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean when I say, like, getting notifications that aren't real? I mean, oh, first of all, 2H and an HB? Yeah, and these days I'll do my roughs on the computer. So mine, Jim Lee does what? Jim Lee does 2 stages. Like I said, rough and then final. I do roughs on the computer, print them out, put them, and then I transfer them with a light box on the board. So I go from there, print them out on the at the real size light box with 5H. So 5 or 6H. I have it here somewhere. Don't know where I put it. That's it. Yeah, 5H, and then I'll transfer it on here really light on the board, and then I break it down with blue line. You see the blue lines for the perspective, and then as of right now I do, like you said, 2H, and then DeFranco. No. What I got was, you know what I mean, like these notifications where you get like updates that you don't give any two fucks about. you're like, oh, you got next notification from Twitter, and it's just like some dude you've never heard of. Oh, just in case you missed it, this dude said, you know, commented about, you know, some other bullshit you don't care about. That's like every app. Every app's doing that now, and I feel like it's unethical on some level. You know, I'm not into it. Not into it, guys. We're not talking to you, Anthony. You didn't make music yet. I'm forced to use random freeware because you can't make me some music. At least I have this. The code is pretty solid. The video game music, let's play some of that. Let's do some of Killer Instinct, bro. Let's do that. Please play. Can never get too much of Killer Instinct. Yeah, Jim Lee doesn't use thumbnail sketches too much. He does a little bit. I have proof. He does a little bit. But really slightly. I think he only does it for covers, or like big pieces that he's kind of nervous about, I think. Speaking of, where is Jamie been? I haven't seen Jamie, what's his last name, Ramirez? I haven't seen him on the chat in a while, but I did see him on the Jim Lee chat. That dude comments on there every once in a while. Alright, let's get these eyes right. Actually, I might just do the lids. He's kind of going shucks, I guess you're right, in this shot, so got his eyes kind of closed with it. I think it works. Yo, Ann, are you still listening to the chat? You here? Just want to say a quick word to you. I won't bust your balls anymore about the music. think it was, if you're familiar with Neil Adams, I've heard Neil Adams say this a few times, and I repeat it all the time, but he's a big believer in delineating. When I say delineate, I mean like putting down as much information and clearly like drawing it. But yeah, he's a big believer in delineating and drawing as much as possible before going to the next stage. I know it takes more time, you'll get faster at it, he says, but I've heard the best advice he's given is something along those lines, that you want to jump ahead, kind of resist that urge, because the more information you have on the previous stage will inform your, the next stage. Yeah, Jim is the bomb, but Neil has like a different approach. I haven't seen him draw, seen him at conventions, but I haven't seen him draw personally or anything. That being said, yeah, even between inking stages or penciling stages, he'll advise you to just put as much information down as you can. Because even in the penciling stage, you want to kind of be, at this stage, you want to already know like the details, you want to know what details you're putting in. Jeremy must have got a call from his family. I don't see him in the chat. Here I have Jimmy shrugging a little bit, because he's like, oh, I guess you're right. Because Perry's telling him here that, yeah, this is not good looking. It's not a good looking picture. Titano must have fogged her lens. He's like, oh, I guess you're right. Just don't like that one finger. Jeremy's here. No, I'm just wondering. Just seeing what happened to you. It's what happens when you're so boisterous in chat and then you leave. Just don't like that thumb. Like I said, these figures move kind of quick when you break them down pretty good. And give kind of the similar shading. Oh, I forgot. Got Perry's pants over here. Oh, look at that. You're a caretaker now. Yeah, no worries, Chaz. You don't have to talk. I'm just busting Jeremy's balls because he's always talking. On chat, you know. Talon says hi. Why don't you put a W on that? Jawu, because he's a dog. I don't want to give him like this kind of that look. Trying to keep him skinny as possible here as well. Alright, freckles. Hair's looking pretty decent. Pretty happy with it. We just put a little undershadow over here. Same there. Don't like this area though. Yeah. All good, dude. I'm just gonna keep on working. No worries. I think he's looking alright, actually. He loves my channel. Thanks, Talon. Just for shits and gigs, I'm gonna go clean up the Superman panel before I move on, because all these figures are like really small, and I do want to get to them. I just want to like do something a little bit more interesting right at first. So yeah, here you see all this messiness. That's all from, because it's going to be smudged in post effect, I think. The whole point is that Jimmy Olsen took a bad picture, so I'm just trying to figure out what parts I should clean up. I think some of the face maybe. Yeah, it's fine actually. I think just some of the arm silhouette a little bit. I literally used like a blunt pencil to do this panel before. Just want to give some clean lines in here. Oh, nice. Talon! Maybe he's just digging the music. let's see. I'm trying to figure out what's bothering me about this panel. I think that it needs to be blurry, but it doesn't mean that it needs to look ugly, so I'm trying to find cool ways that look good to blur it, you know? That probably should drop. Hard Rock Puppy. Alright. This kind of sketchiness reminds me of, if you know Nicholas Draper Ivy from Instagram. He does a lot of, it's like anime really, but, I don't know. His style's like this, like, kind of more rough than not. Like, it's fine. Even his finished stuff has got some of this quality to it, which is fine, but just not my thing. I like that even less. I'm usually not a puller of lines, I usually throw them. Alright. How do you zoom in and out with the camera angles and get it right? Well, like, how do you zoom in on a certain particular spot, like in this case the fist and the arm, instead of like the face? It's kind of just coming with experience of seeing it a few times, but the best way to do that is reference. Always reference real life stuff. So in this case, there's probably images online, and I probably looked at a few before I did this. So, you know, find somebody, or what you could do is take a picture. A lot of time, I've got millions, I don't know, I don't want to say millions, I probably have thousands of pictures of myself. And I probably have a lot of images of myself to get this stuff right. But to fit it within panels like this, if you're talking about composition like Jeremy's saying, I would say draw it without the border first and then crop it, if you know what I mean. So like draw it, like even I did on my roughs, Let me see. Like on my roughs, which is right here, I was planning on doing the whole fist and make it bigger. So I originally even drew it bigger than what it is. You can see it where it's cropped there, you know. So it certainly isn't magic. It's just like doing the prep work. All right, we're moving on to the big boy. There's a lot of figures in here. We can count them. It's kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 minifigures in here. 14, my friends. Let's try to knock them out. I'm going to try to be careful here, but it's going to be tough with my bag here. I imagine we're going to do the main characters here first. Yeah, I would play Final Fantasy, man. I just don't want to get pulled right now. I want to have one video every once in a while where I don't have copyright issues. You know what I mean? I'm going to change it up, though, to something some Ketsa is good. Another freeware person. Just more chill rather than punchy. Alright. Yeah, that bag eraser, I only started just using it because of Alvin Lee. I did his schoolism class like in 2014, and ever since I've been wanting to get one, because it's like perfect. It's like it does what a kneaded eraser does without the chance of you going too hard. Alright, let's do... Let me pull up my reference for Jimmy first. It's really just me. There we go. Alright, Jimbo. Should be cake. Feeling pretty warmed up though, for sure, which is a good thing. Can you guys see that all right? Let me know. I could mess with the lighting. I think it's the best situation so far. I keep saying that, but I firmly believe right now that's the case. I think the head shape works right now for this thing, for this guy. Cut it a little too far, whatever. Such a small face. That's better. Got a little more round to it. I like drawing the small figures because it feels, I can simplify, you know, and it feels good to simplify sometimes. Because up close, I almost always go like Jim Lee style and go, you know, moderately realistic. I mean, I still try to keep realistic, but you know what I mean? I can simplify the forms a little easier. And realism is just an amount of detail, a lot of times. These figures are so small, I have to sharpen up again. I'm actually doing all the figures off of Jim Lee's advice. On one of his streams, he mentions like do the figures first, that way you don't run out of steam when you like say instead of doing all the figures, I do the backgrounds up here, and if I do that, then I kind of run out of steam doing the backgrounds, and then my figures might fail. Now that's really just because he's thinking about you're probably under a deadline, you know what I mean? So he doesn't know that I have every ounce of my life to do this. But yeah. Anyway, do you have any Alvin Lee videos? If we're still talking about the artist and not the musician, yeah. I have, I somewhat illegally, I wouldn't say it's illegal, but I screen grabbed, ripped pretty much the Schoolism videos. And I think I only have a few of the videos left. Some of them got corrupted, but I have the important ones. And I have all the assignment papers and everything from Schoolism. And then I have his Nomen DVD videos as well. And then as far as I'm aware, that's all he has. But yeah, those videos go a long way, man. Those will get you kind of in the range of pro if you like practice, you know. They're not like, he's got a simplified style, so you kind of miss out on, like if you go do like Finch's videos, you'll get more detailing kind of information, you know. Let's see. But it's really weird, guys. You grow as an artist pretty quick if you keep plugging away. Like not too long ago, I was probably somewhere in your position, Chaz, where you're kind of questioning, you know, how long can I possibly draw, or, you know, trying to push yourself to draw every day. That was me not too long ago. So believe me, it's closer than you think. Yeah, like we talked about last time, you just kind of have to sacrifice a lot to get, you know, something out of it. I wanted to mention it last time, but oh, you're saying all those art videos are getting hard to get now. Oh yeah, they're tough. I wish I could like, I mean, I don't have, let me see. I'm trying to figure out a way I could like put them up without like getting sued. Like, how do I do this? I'd like to share them, you know what I mean? Because if they're getting hard to find, But anyway, yeah, Stephen Pressfield's book, he talks about, like, he gets kind of woo-woo, you know what I mean? When I say woo-woo, he gets kind of, like, superstitiously, very close to superstitious and like, almost like faith, there's a lot of faith talk, almost. Not faith, but, like, woo-woo, like, in a way. He believes in the muse and, like, and serving the muse. And especially in, you know, his The War of Art book, he talks about kind of tapping into the muse, and, like, even if it's not real, he's pretty much talking like, if you sit down every day and start drawing and forget if it's good, bad, or ugly, you're gonna get a eventually you're gonna get a good result, just because the muse, the universe knows somehow that you're working hard. And, you know, may that be true or not, it's more like, I kind of believe it, and like, it doesn't matter if it's true or not. It's like, if that gets you to work, it's good, so might as well believe in it. You know, it's even if it's a placebo, it doesn't matter. Placebos are known to work. Oh, Jimmy, you're looking mighty fine. I'm not sure about that nose. There's so one tiny dot ruined that nose. I'm talking about like millimeters here. Oh my god, it's caused me problems. I have to use this straight edge. When you're this sharp, you gotta be careful not to cut the paper. It's almost that sharp. Let's see. I'm gonna need to buy those videos from you. Get them on the thumb drive. Oh my god. Well, I definitely can't talk about it on stream, but find my email. I allegedly have them. What's our time over there? Cannot see. 9:11. Oh, we got plenty of time, man. We're rolling tonight. I'm always looking at Gym League Ref just to see, not to like copy, just to see how he renders certain things. The last panel on the right over here. Over here. It will be fun, I think. There's like it's a nice dynamic, like close up and a far away shot. I like this pose a lot. I like both of. I like this page a lot. It's turned into something really good. This one, like, had become like my favorite because just of the hand movements. I really dig it. I really like this shot too because it's going to give like this very cool environment feel. It's my favorite because just environments are like the easiest and coolest way to get people to believe what you're drawing is real. Like it's crazy how easy it does it. Like if you just put in some believable perspective with realistic looking things. You know, things happen, man. It's almost how when you learn the fundamentals of art, which is perspective, shading and lighting, you know, sketching, which is draftsmanship, economy of line, a bunch of things. Those are like all the basics, the foundations, you know, form and light, all the rest, or rather shape and form, volume. But when all those combine and you start, it always amazed me how easy things started looking good if you simply just put in like 2 plus 2. It's pretty much like put in 2 plus 2, which is the right perspective and correct lighting, and it's amazing how things just look good. Like, and as Loomis says in his book, it's just like people think it's magic, but it's not, because it's science. It's just what we think looks real. Now I've lost my eraser, Brad. But yeah, I think it amazed me. I was like, once I realized it was kind of like, I was like questioning myself. I was like, it can't be just this. It can't mean it can't be possible to just put in these few lines because that's just how it is, and suddenly you have good art. But that's like exactly the case. Now there is something to say about subject material and drawing something interesting and provocative. That all plays into it, but forget that. You know what I mean? Like, if you just want to draw well, regardless of the subject, that's what to do. Learn the fundamentals. Where the hell's my eraser? It's not cool, bro. I don't want to break out another eraser. I do have this one. It's not as thin and nice, but found another stick eraser. Hopefully it's still good. Still feels okay. No, I forget what I was going to erase. Don't remember. Maybe that. Tum Tum? Why is that? I'm not looking up reference for a camera bag. I'm just sticking a giant camera pouch on the front of this laptop looking bag. I'm not worried about it. I'm in a good flow. It's going to turn out okay. Yeah, I had to... My rationalization here is like, in the script it doesn't say have them put on this bag. I just felt like there needed to be overlying action in this scene. Like, it needed to be like they're talking about this, and everyday things are happening, so why not have him put on this bag like he's getting ready to go, leave. It just felt natural, and I think it works. Tum Tum? I don't remember that. I don't know if this is the eraser I hate. It might be. Yeah, it is. Throwing it out. Just like that, I'm quick to throw out erasers. Damn. This might slow me down, guys. I'm using nubs of erasers right now. So in any lighting situation, there's going to be more than one for the most part. Usually there's like a combination of three to make something look good. But as far as we're concerned and you're concerned, I suggest, this is something I picked up from McFarlane and Finch, both said this, don't be concerned with complex lighting. Just, if you get a good one source of light, and get the halftone and a little bit of the halftone and the heavy shadow in there correctly, it's going to read, and it doesn't matter. You don't have that kind of time to deal with all that nonsense of multiple lighting sources for the most part in comics, because you have to do so many panels and everything. And it reads just fine. Like, you're not going to have any troubles. We're not trying to make a movie poster here, you know what I mean? Unless you are making a movie poster, and in that case, you know, think about maybe doing multiple light source. But for your case, in our case, especially with comic books, and you're just beginning to learn too, so especially in the beginning, just stick to one. Learn how light falls on spheres, cones, cylinders, flat shapes, you know, planes. So like hair is pretty much like cookie cutter flat shapes. So you count them as shapes that cast shadows as if you have like pieces of paper over top of each other, like ribbons. You know, like legs and arms are cylinders. The face is pretty much a cylinder. You know, little different types of shapes. You said you were learning from Michael Hampton, and he breaks down those things very nicely. Oh, this is a perfect time to tell you, Chaz, since you have the book, I'm going to bring it up. This is key, Chaz. I don't know if you have this one, but this is the one I have, and I'm sure it's in most of his books. Okay, so I saw this the other day because he mentions it in a few different places. He's like, if you're having trouble with drawing figures, go back to these fundamentals, and it's probably where you should start practicing all these things. You might stop me if you already know it, but he goes through all of them kind of quickly, but at the same time, he tells you, like, practically, is what I mean. He tells you practically what to do. I'm going to try to find it here. Hold on. Past landmarks, for landmarks. Where are we at here? Connections, arms and legs. Oh, there we go. Forms and connections. Here we go. I found it, Chaz. And Jeremy, if you remember when I was trying to think of what I was talking about. So these are pretty much all the things you should do when you're like just doodling and you don't want to draw people around you, or you don't want to you know, get too deep into drawing. This is what you do. This is how you get good at draftsmanship and just visualizing everything. So he even says it. Do exercise when daydreaming, at work, in class. You know, when you're supposed to do stuff important, do them there. So drawing varying sizes of spheres, practicing accurate ellipses, taking form through ellipses. So what he means by that, he means use wrapping lines to show like tubes with ellipses, rotate ellipses and make them into cylinders, and then combine all these little spheres and cylinders together and draw wireframes on top, and then have like pretty much turn shapes. Like it's cool to have a box or something fall off a table, and then you can kind of visualize where it goes. But those are the exercises. Go find this page somewhere online, or just look at this video again. But this is huge. Like, the minute I saw this page, I do them all the time. I do them, and I do those. One time I showed this once or twice before, to practice good lines. Like pretty much have a start and end point between two dots, and then connect them, and then do it over and over and over until you don't have them fraying and everything. You know what I mean? You can do that with curves and find the same curve. But I do those techniques, and then do those 6 exercises is what I think. And he thinks too. I mean, he literally says if you're having trouble drawing figures, bounce back to that, do a bunch of those, and you'll have, because it's almost impossible to like do those exercises without understanding them. Like drawing ellipses is tough. Drawing ellipses is tough in general, and then making them into tubes with wrapping lines means you visualize. So that's kind of training you to start visualizing a lot of things. So, all right, let's move on. Enough talking. We're not going to get through this if we don't. Now let's do this dude over here, Perry. This is the first time we see him kind of straight on. So I'm trying to like evaluate his front. I'm using this side and this 3/4 here over here to analyze what his shape really is. He's got a good amount of forehead, so I'm going to put that in first. Maybe too much head at the top there. Not sure. Let me see what he's saying. That'll give me a clue to yeah, I think you're right too. I mean, you're understanding how things work without really studying. You're just kind of going through exercise and kind of learning through doing. Where are we at? Here, Perry's saying, why do you work here? And then he says, your parents left you tens of millions of dollars. So he's kind of like questioning in some ways. So like, I think like one eyebrow up, I think. Maybe. Kind of like got a square jaw over here, so I'm going to go with that one. I think it's the close-up that I have that we'll use. All right, cool, man. Yeah, I wanted to. The squinty eye makes sense. He's just not looking directly at him because he's walking. And it's so small on the page. Like, remember, it's tiny for me to see. So, like when it's shrunken down, you're not going to see any of this. It's almost pointless to really put in this kind of information. The body language is going to read it, you know. So maybe I'll just work on that for first. We'll come back to the face. He's got his tie tucked in, like a baller. I hear you about the squinty eye. Like, like suspicious. So maybe might be able to show that. Not even sure if we're going to be able to see any of that. So, like I said, I'm going to move to the body. And just flow. Don't like that slope on the bottom end there. I think the tie should move over slightly. I'm gonna redo the face when I go back to it. It's kind of messing with my body language right now. I'm trying to visualize. Hand looks broken because looks like it's tilting too much. I think it's just that finger now. I know I have a piece of reference for this too. Let me check. It's here somewhere. Alright. Yeah, I think I want the hand opposite the way it is right now. So like 2 fingers up, maybe even together. And then 1 finger separate, kind of where it's at. And then 1 finger out. And then maybe the thumb up here. That's better. Now this other arm, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. Because right now it's out, like with a cigar in his hand, but I haven't introduced the cigar this whole time, so... I'm just going to have his hand out like that in a similar way, just more down. I know I'm disobeying, straying from my straying from the old breakdown, but I just didn't want to like have this situation where I didn't foreshadow an object. Hold on, guys. I need to move the chat window. Serious talent chills during your my what? My Ubin? Contrast, Joe. That's down the line. Just love your light balances. Oh, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Putting on some new music. Trying to keep it free. I think this one was free last time. Page composition? Is that what you mean? So what were you saying? Like, so you like my page composition, is what you're saying? Not the light balances. When you say light balances, make me think of value, is all. Okay, so welcome back, Chaz, as well. Alright, so I'm going to move this hand down. Oh, that messes with the shirt because before it was up, and my wrinkles wouldn't be like that. Oh, thanks, dude. Well, I appreciate the sweet compliments. So at this point, I'm thinking kind of going off ref here a little bit. Hand, thumb. Yeah, finger went too far out. Super delicate, this balance. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. I like the thing. What, Alexa? Stop. Jesus. These computers, bro, they're listening. I'm not sure if that feels natural to me or not. Here's a little trick. Look at it in the mirror. See if it looks okay. I think it's just the bend of the wrist. That's better. Huh. Who's this band? The band is Tristeza. Tristeza. With an E. Tristeza. Maybe it works if I put that cigar in there. Let's see. Yeah, I used to listen to this in 2011 and listened to it a long time. I don't know what I'm going to do with that arm. Huh. Any votes? Not really sure. Where's my little eraser? What happened to it? Don't know. Tri, spelled Tristeza, I believe. Huh, man. Not sure what I think about it. It means sadness? Really? Interesting. What is it? What language? But it makes sense. I like sad songs. I'm gonna leave this hand out. I'll come back to it. Cause me problems. One moment. Um, he may have been. I can't remember. I may have heard that. I know the guy Daughtry is. Daughtry's a comic artist. That's crazy. Yeah, Tool was pretty awesome. I'm gonna say. Um, Yoshitaka Amyo. What is that? Have I not heard of it? All right, hand, you're gonna be mine. I think I'm gonna turn it over and face the backhand. Legs are super straight. Straight edge. Oh yeah, geez, just naming bands. Slipknot, Ghost, Toriyama, White Stripes. Has to go over here, this girl. Woman. I'm sorry. Gotta get it. I got her in like this like fluffy looking colored blouse. Trying to see how some people do figures from far away. I think that's good enough. Can I sneeze on my artwork? Excuse me. Tissue. Oh, Dragon, yo, what's up? Didn't see you drop in. You dropped in real quick. All right, so let's see. She looks pretty good already. I'm gonna throw in this circle via circle template. Just so I can know the boundary of things. Alright. Let's do this dude in the foreground. Could erase him a little bit. He's a little muddy. Let me sharpen up as well. These figures are so small. Yo, awesome. Thanks for stopping by, Chaz. Have a good night. I'll see you another time. Whoa. For some reason the point was being weird. Wasn't exactly where I thought it'd be. I'm gonna black out a good amount of this. He's probably wearing a black suit anyway. My snot? Yeah, I got a tremendous sneeze. Not gonna lie. I know my wife. Alright, gotta get this lady right. I think she needs more of a chin up here, which is what that DC Comics lady was saying. Keeping an eye. I think her head needs to be shorter. More like this. Yeah. It's talent slinging around like. It's funny. Thanks, bro. Keeping it lively. Gave her a little shine on the hair there. Guessing we'll do some shadow underneath the skirt. To infinity and beyond. Alright. Let's do these other figures. This one, there was a figure there. I just don't know what it is now because I erased the hand so much. This one is like a guy hunched over. Typing away. Might as well draw the chair as well. You getting drunk on your streams, bro? Love it. To all that see this, man, this is what it takes. Drunk is a metaphor. Oh. Yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of people, I mean, even when I first started, I was kind of mystified by what really it took. I was actually kind of disappointed that it wasn't so glamorous. Just drawing weird figures in the background. At some point, they're so small back here that I won't even call them figures. They're more like props, you know? Like right now, they're just bubble heads. Just heads talking to other heads. This one I'm going to have to figure out afterward because it's a table here and I don't know exactly when it ends. I think over here somewhere. So the person's going to be right here. I think it's going to be a lady with long hair. Too small. Like felt right for a second and then it was too small. Appreciate it, dude. How much time are we at? Is it just hit 10? Oh, 10:08. Oh shit. I didn't even realize. Literally didn't realize. I'm just gonna figure out these figures here real quick. Figure these figures. Which there isn't too many of them. There's like 3 more. And this one's almost like a reflection. Are you? Thank you, bro. Thanks for being so cool and staying with time and hanging out with me. I'll be on stream tomorrow again. It's tomorrow's Friday, so tomorrow I actually get to drink a little bit. So maybe I'll make your dreams come true and be drunk on stream. No, I won't be drunk, but I will be drinking. Broing it up over here. I don't know what I want that to be. It's just not coming out, whatever it is right now. I think I'll figure it out afterwards. Once I put in the environment, it probably will inform some other things going on here. But that's all the main figures. Got a few in here. But I'm sure by tomorrow it'll be pretty much nearing done. Like, I don't imagine it'll take too much longer to do all this stuff. Maybe doing backgrounds tomorrow night, or fixing up everything. Either one. So, thanks for coming by. This is what we got through. It's pretty cool. I like it. I dig it. We also talked a lot about art and whatnot, but thanks for showing up. Whoever's still here, Dragon, good night to all. Yeah, tomorrow bring your own beer. Good night.